Hey everybody, how you doing? Dave Dirch here. Today is Friday, March 31st, our second show, 2023. And this show here is going to be about tools of the trade. And what I mean by tools of the trade, well, you have different things that you could create pain with. Let's say you have a jab, a cross, maybe a roundhouse kick, maybe a crescent kick, side kick. You know, you have numerous things, you know, that you could create pain with. And again, what this show is about survival on the street. We are not going to talk about the MMA guy or any professional type of fighter, because they're in great shape. Okay, and that is a sport. And when I say sport, I'm not knocking that, and I'm not saying they're great fighters, because they are great fighters. Okay, but they're in fantastic shape, and it's a sport, and it goes by rules. And out here on the street, there is no rules. There is no size. You could get attacked by mass attack. You could get attacked by a giant, a small person, a heavy-set person. It doesn't matter. Okay, and size doesn't matter, and weight doesn't matter. And we also look at environment. You could be at a restaurant, say Perkins, and there's an aisleway with tables on both sides, and you can get into a encounter there. You know, you're probably going to be bouncing off of tables, bouncing off of chairs, and there's all kind of weapons involved. And also mass attack. I mean, it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. And what we are about here, we want to help the average person, okay? So we want to make things simple but effective, and that's how it has to be. It has to be simple and effective. You know, not everybody's in the shape to go out here and, let's say, fight for 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, okay? Because when that adrenaline is pumping and you're getting it on, you get tired awful fast. All right, and when we go to a professional fighter, they're in fantastic shape. Okay, whether a fighter, whether it's a sports person, they're at the top of their game. They're at the peak of their game. They're in great shape, and that right there makes a big difference. I mean, you know, they're shape-wise, their diet, this, that, doctor's care. I mean, it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. So this is for the average person that, unfortunately, in the world we live in today, you can get attacked. It could happen to any of us. It doesn't matter whatsoever, you know, and it doesn't matter the age, or it doesn't matter the environment. And that's what this is about, to where if something does unfortunately happen, that you can escape it. You can survive it. We're not going to turn around and fight with somebody. We want to survive. We want to get out here, out of there, okay, to live another day no matter how it is. So this show is going to cover all different types of scenarios, okay, from you being attacked in your car, to in a restaurant, to, you know, in a ditch whatsoever, parking lot, whatsoever, where it may be, at the ATM, you know, whatsoever, all right? And trying to help you out, to show you what you could do, your best chances are. Always remember this, I'm a straight shooter. There's no guarantee. So I'm not sitting here telling you, you know, do A, B, and C. In other words, hit him for a jab, kick him to the groin across, and you're going to win the scenario. It doesn't work that way. I mean, I wish it did, but it doesn't work that way, okay? And you're going to be scared. When I do this is the heart going off. You're going to be in panic mode. You're going to be scared. And you have to get past that fear point and go in what we call killer instinct, to where it doesn't matter, okay, anymore. And that's the thing you have to do. But you're always in your mind, you got to be aware of your circumstances. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You have to try to train yourself to be aware, okay? And if something don't feel right, you know, there's been times I've been going to the store. I've been in martial arts 53 years. And there's been times I've been going to the grocery store and pulling the parking lot and was going to go in, and something inside just didn't feel right. I just didn't, I just didn't feel right. So I stayed in my car and I left. Went shopping another day. And you got to go with that because you just don't know today. And always remember this. Most of the time, if you're being attacked or you're being robbed by somebody else, they've probably done it before. So they do have the edge on us. They have that edge because we're not looking for problems, you know, and if there is a altercation, you know, things are going through our mind like mad, you know, where we'd be sued, could we lose our house, you know, all these other things. And this other person probably has done this 50 to 100 times before, and they're at home. We're the ones not at home. So always remember, they have the edge. Okay, and then the other thing is how people, you know, let's say road rage or whatever it may be, you know, they get mad. And go online and look at different road rage and different incidents whatsoever, whether it's a guy, whether it's a woman, doesn't matter what age they are. They could be 70 years old. They could be 10 years old. It doesn't matter. And that's the thing you have to understand. So people go nuts today for whatever reason. And then always afterwards, they're always sorry afterwards. But it doesn't matter. You know, and people carry guns today. They carry weapons when people carry guns. And let's face it, they have a gun. They get mad over something ridiculous and then they end up shooting somebody and killing them. And then they're sorry after they do it, but it doesn't matter. See, you're dead or that person's dead and they're sorry, but it doesn't matter. Now they're dead and they're probably going to spend, you know, most of their life in jail. But these are scenarios that's happened, and you're trying to escape. Always remember, the only reason you want to fight is protecting yourself and your loved ones. You want to come to the thing in your head to where if somebody gives you the finger in traffic, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, or, you know what I mean, or steals your place at the grocery store, things like, let it go. I'm telling you right now, let it go. That's the best thing to do is let it go. Let it go and just move on. And if you are mad about it, go out to your car and maybe stomp your feet in the parking lot or whatever it may be. But let it go. It is not worth it today. And another thing, you have to look at mentality. In other words, how people think today. You know, I tell people back, let's say 25, 30 years ago, when I was younger, you know, you get into a fight, and it was one-on-one, and if there's other people there, guys would say, stay out of it, this is between these two, okay? And then we would fight, and maybe, one would say uncle or whatever, and we'd call it. And then a week later, maybe we'd run into each other and buy each other a beer and talk about how, the fight went and how hard this guy hit and all this stuff, Today, let me tell you, it is totally different today. They are out to hurt you. They are out to hurt you or kill you. I've seen videos where 3 and 4 kids between the ages of, let's say, 10 and 14, girls included, sat here and beat up a 72-year-old man on a sidewalk and killed him. And then videoed it. And then played music, dance around it. You see this stuff happen all the time. So you have to understand, people, for whatever reason, they're going nuts. But today, they're out to hurt you. And let's go to mass attack. Today, it's a cool thing to do. 3 or 4 people beating up on one person, that's a cool thing to do. Back in my day, I can remember in fighting, to where if you kicked a guy, you was a sissy, you was a girl. Let alone somebody else stepping in. Never anybody else stepped in. It was always one-on-one. But today, mass attack. It comes out there and 3 or 4 people can be fighting at you at one time, and it's cool. They like it. They think it's the greatest thing. I don't get it, but I'm just preparing you to be aware of this. And you want to be aware of this. That's why I said there's no shame in running. We train the Navy SEALs to run. If Navy SEALs goes in to do something, okay, and the number one thing they want to do is go do their job and get out of there and nobody even knows they're there. Okay, so if they have to run, they're going to run. It ain't about being tough. There is no tough people in this world. Everybody gets beat. There's no tough people. Everybody gets beat. Look at your sports, every sports team has lost, everybody gets beat. So keep that in mind. There are no tough people. Okay? So you want to survive, but you want to be aware of this. And we'll do more videos and talking about breaking things down and talking about, but this one is going to be about the tools of the trade. Okay, and that's what I want to look at. You have different tools. You have different tools here that you can use, and you have to weigh them out. And I'm going to give you tools that I think will end the fight, with any type of person, no matter how big, they are or how tough they are. Okay. If you have Mike Tyson here and you punch Mike Tyson in the face, he's probably going to smile at you, and like, did you really hit me? See? Okay. So anyways, we have these tools. So you got the jab, the cross, the hook, a front kick, side kick, roundhouse, crescent kick, and goes on. Now, I'm not saying that these are not effective tools. I'm not saying that whatsoever. Okay, but there are tools are more effective than other tools, and the tools we are going to look at and are like, say, a headbutt, a finger strike, an elbow, or a shot to the groin. Okay, now today the one thing that I have learned, it's not so much about power today. Okay, I've learned this. It's about placement. Okay, it's about hitting your target. If you're out deer hunting, and no matter how powerful that gun is, if you can't hit the deer, it's useless. So it's about placement. So it's about being able to hit that deer. So that's what this is about. We're talking about tools, but we're also talking about placement. In other words, if I wanted to poke the eye, I don't have to have a strong, finger strike. Okay, I can just poke the eye. Okay. So anyways, we're going to look at some videos today. I'm going to put it in here, for you to see. And the first one we're going to talk about is a finger strike. Now, when I say finger strike, I'm not saying we're poking the eye, like this here, or doing this here, fingers together, and we're just flicking at the eye, okay? Now, when you say flick at the eye, you could throw a jab, okay? I could throw a jab, okay? I could throw a cross. I could throw a hook, okay? I could throw any of them punches like that there. Okay, so I want you to weigh it out. Okay, so them punches may and may not stop this person. But you flick them in the eye, and that is going to stop the person. It's going to change the game. And it's going to give you time to escape. That's what we're all about. Giving you time to escape, to get the heck out of there. Okay, so whether it was close quarter and you used your thumbs, or you just threw out a shot like this and struck the eyes. Okay, I got a video here that we're going to show. And it's a professional basketball. Okay, and you'll see who the basketball player is. And not that that matters, we just pulling this out. But it's about getting hit in the eye. And what we want to look at is, this is a professional basketball player, okay, in fantastic shape, probably 7'2", give or take, but in fantastic shape. And he accidentally, during the game, he accidentally got poked in the eye, okay, accident, okay. So what I'm saying here, this guy's in fantastic shape, accidentally get pokes in the eye, and I want you to watch this video and take a look what happens. Here, take a look at this.
James running the floor. Pass to Caruso, back to James, and he's fouled. Draymond Green would not let him get a layup. And James goes down, holding his head. The officials discussing. I think they're going to take a look at it to see if it's a flagrant.
Osborne triggers possible flagrant foul.
And there's contact to the head of LeBron James. It'll be interesting to see the conclusion that they come up with here, but there's clearly with the right hand of Draymond Green to the head.
Goes up the block. This is a huge call again because it will be free throws and possession as Green picks up his 4th personal.
That's going to be a flagrant.
It's going to be a flagrant, and it shouldn't be, but it will be.
Well, let's bring in Steve Javy and get his thoughts. All right, Steve, your thoughts on Draymond Green and that foul? Is that a flagrant?
Okay. Did you see that there? Did you see was going up for the ball, 2 guys going up, and he got poked in the eye, and what happened? It went to the ground, and it put him on the ground, and it put him out of the game. Now, we're talking about a man that's probably 280 pounds, in fantastic shape, can run a basketball court back and forth, okay, all right? He in fantastic shape and take all that punishment, but accidentally now gets poked in the eye, and it put him out of the game. Put him on the ground and put him out of the game. So what I'm saying to you is tools. You could have hit him with a jab. You could hit him with a cross. You could hit him with a hook. You could do that. You could even kick him in the face. And that may stop it, but guaranteed, I don't care who it is, the field is level, right straight across. I don't care who you think of, you poke him in the eye, the game just changed. Okay? The game's just changed. So you see it happen. So the choice to me is, instead of me, I don't literally throw a jab anymore. I won't say never, but I'm always flicking at the eyes. Always flicking at the eyes, and that's all it takes. It's just a little flick at the eyes, because now this person could be a professional boxer and take 550 shots, but a flick to the eye, and it's over with. So the choice is yours, but I suggest that finger strike, whether it's close quarter, a gouge, or a flick to the eye when you're out. Okay, our next one is going to be a elbow. All right. Now, when I'm talking about the elbow, I'm talking about this little bone right here. Okay, most people elbow with this flat of their arm, right here. We are not doing that. That little bone, that is a razor blade. That's a razor blade. And when we elbow, we slice. We slice. Okay? And that's what we want to do. We want to slice. All right? We don't want to hit like a whip tick and hit, come back. We don't want to use this. We want to slice. Okay? I'll show you in a video how we use our elbows. Okay? So again here we have a tool that's going to take any man out of commission. That elbow. All right? So we got a video here to where again we're playing basketball, and professional athletes, okay, like I said earlier, in fantastic shape, great shape, all this stuff, and they accidentally get hit with an elbow, okay? Check this video out.
Simmons, ball fake, could not finish it. Monroe couldn't squeeze it. 4 on 5 right now, and it's out of bounds. Ibaka did not make his way down the floor. He was grabbing his head.
I think he might be bleeding, partner.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka is hunched over on one knee. Scott McCullough, the athletic trainer, now in his 13th year with the Raptors, rushes over with Philadelphia leading by 2. Ibaka paused for a moment and then realized that he was not going to make his way down the floor, and it was friendly fire.
Oh, yeah, that's a big elbow coming right smack dab on top of his forehead there.
Yeah, Toronto has basically been playing 6 guys, and Ibaka was number 6.
Yeah, let's hope he's going to be able to return. Very important to their overall team success. Allows them to go with that big lineup now. And he obviously not going to be back right away, and Nick Nurse is going to have to make some adjustments.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Does that make you squirmish at all, partner? You faint when you see blood?
No, I'm okay with it. I just feel for Serge Ibaka. Okay. You okay?
I'm okay.
Everybody's okay, except Serge.
Okay, there you go. You see that? Accidentally, a guy come down on top of his head with his elbow. Accidentally, and put him out again. Put him down, put him out again. And I don't know how big that man was, but he's probably good 6'7", in fantastic shape. And an accidental elbow put him out of the game. So if you're in range, maybe to throw a hook, maybe to throw an uppercut, maybe whatsoever like that there, okay? But if you can throw the elbow, I suggest throwing the elbow. The elbow is going to end the game. Tools of the trade, okay? You're going to end the game with this elbow. If not, you're going to create enough pain to escape. And that's what we're all about. We're about escaping, getting out of there, okay? Living for another day. Our next one here is a shot to the groin. Now, a lot of people don't understand this. We're talking a shot to the groin. What we are after is the testicles. That's what you want to hit. You can flip the testicles this easy. I'm going to tell you what man's going to drop to the ground, probably be throwing up. And how I know, I've been there. It's happened in my class. I've seen it. Okay? It's going to happen. So when a guy gets kicked in the groin and he's like holding himself and he's walking around, to me, he didn't really get kicked in the groin. Okay? He really didn't. Okay? So, not effectively. See, and I'm talking about effectively. That's why you are after the testicles. Okay? And I'll show this on a video, but you are after the testicles. Now here we are in a professional football game, okay? And I want you to see this here. And accidentally, football player gets kicked in the groin. Let's see what happens. Check this video out.
Pressure off the edge. Jones steps up. Now will go. Mac Jones. A nice gain on 2nd and 9, short of first down yardage. A gain of 8. And Jaquan Brisker, an impressive rookie safety, a little banged up after that last play, and he is going to now take a seat.
Okay, did you see that there? So accidentally, the quarterback was sliding in, his foot went up accidentally, caught the guy in the groin, guy went up, falls down the ground, and he's out of the game, and he's holding himself, and he's there. Now, this guy probably had a cup on. He probably had a cup on and hit him in the groin. And he's in fantastic shape at the top of his game again, got hit in the groin, and it stopped him in his tracks. These are the tools that we want. These are the tools that we need to end the scenario, to get active. So these are things I want you to take in consideration, and I want you to work. Yes, you have to work with it. You can't just watch a video or this here and go, okay. Now I'm putting things into your head. I'm reprogramming you of how to think, okay? But these are things you want. And most of the time, if it's close quarter, if it's some attack, you're going to be able to, say, eye gouge. You're going to be able to throw an elbow. You're going to be able to hit the groin, whether it's a knee to the groin, whether it's a kick to the groin, or a slap to the groin, or grabbing the groin. And when I'm saying that, again, you're always going after the testicles, okay? I'll show you in a video here of me doing that stuff, all right? Now, the next one is the headbutt, all right? We don't have a video for the headbutt of, I couldn't find one, accidentally happened, but I'm going to show you how to headbutt. But when you look at boxing, or anything like that, and accidentally headbutt, let's go look at boxing here, break it down. Let's say it's the 4th round in boxing, okay, and each guy has just thrown, let's say, 75, 80 punches around, okay, and out of them 75, 80 punches, let's say 40 of them have landed. Okay, so now it's the 4th round, 5th round, you multiply them out. They've thrown a couple hundred punches. Each one have thrown a couple hundred punches, okay? And they've landed a couple hundred punches, okay? So let's say this guy's now, it's the 4th round, 5th round, give or take, and this guy's been hit in boxing, okay? He's been hit 312 times now. 312 times. And now he's coming out for the next round. Been hit 312 times and he's coming out for the next round. Now again, these guys are in fantastic shape and all this stuff, but I want you to think about that. Been hit 312 times and he's coming out for the next round. Okay? Now, okay, in reality, okay, if there was an accidental headbutt, the fight would be over. It would stop. It would be completely over. With an accidental headbutt, the fight would be over. Now I want you to think about that. So these are tools that we're looking at to use, okay, that are going to be more effective than other tools. So I got some videos here that you're going to show you. You're going to watch me showing a couple things. I want to thank you, and if you would please subscribe to us and like us, and continue giving us comments, and anything that you'd like me to go over, please do not hesitate to ask me. Thank you, and stay safe.